You're overthinking it. Those four little words might sound simple, even harmless, but don't get it twisted. They can carry the weight of manipulation, deceit, and emotional betrayal. When a man looks you in the eyes and says that, especially when you've come to him with genuine concern, what he's really saying is, "I don't want to deal with your intuition." He doesn't want to face the truth that you're getting closer to the answers he's been hiding. It's not love, it's not patience, it's not reassurance, it's gaslighting. And the minute he makes you feel like you're the problem for asking questions, that's when the alarm needs to go off. A woman's intuition is powerful. It's sharp. It sees the shift in behavior, the change in patterns, the energy that no longer feels familiar. You're not overthinking when his text tone goes cold. You're not crazy when he stops calling you the same way. You're not being dramatic when you notice his phone never leaves his side. And you're not losing your mind when something inside you whispers, "He's not all the way here anymore." You know what you feel. You know what you saw. You know the way he used to look at you. And you know when that look changes. So when he dismisses all of that with your overthinking it, he's not calming you down. He's throwing dust in your eyes so you stop seeing what's right in front of you. When a man is faithful, he will do everything in his power to create security in your heart. He won't run from your questions. He'll lean into them. He won't silence your concerns. He'll address them. He won't call you crazy for feeling off. He'll want to understand why. But when a man is cheating, he knows the minute you get too close to the truth, he has to flip the script. He has to paint you as paranoid. He has to turn your instincts into insecurities, because the longer you question yourself, the longer he buys time to keep doing what he's doing behind your back. Let me tell you something real. Any time you have to sit in silence trying to make sense of what just happened, trying to replay the conversation, trying to tell yourself maybe you are overthinking, it's because deep down you already know. You already caught the lie. You already felt the distance. You already sensed the energy shift. You just wanted him to be man enough to confirm it. But instead, he made you doubt yourself. And that's the dirtiest part of betrayal. It's not always the kiss on the lips of another woman. Sometimes it's the lie that makes you stop trusting your own damn voice. Don't let a smooth tongue and calm tone fool you. Don't let the word overthinking rob you of your clarity. You are not wrong for wanting answers. You are not wrong for noticing the red flags. You are not wrong for expecting consistency, transparency, and honesty from a man who says he loves you. You have every right to question anything that feels off. You are not too emotional. You are not insecure. You are not asking for too much. You are simply asking for truth. And if a man can't give you that, he's already given it to someone else. They always say women are emotional, but emotions don't lie. They flare up when something changes. They whisper when something is off. Your spirit knows before your mind does. So don't ignore it. Don't water it down. Don't let a man's defensiveness become your silence. If every time you speak your truth, he throws your overthinking in your face like a shield, then understand, he is not protecting the relationship. He is protecting his secret, and secrets don't survive in truth. That's why the moment you get too close, the game begins. When a man is guilty, his defense becomes aggression, confusion, or silence. He stops being present in the conversation and starts being present in control. He wants the power to make you feel wrong for what you feel right about. He'll call you jealous, emotional, insecure. He'll act tired of the conversation. He'll twist your words. He'll make the problem about you being too sensitive. instead of him being too shady. And once he convinces you to stop asking questions, he's won, not because he's innocent, but because you gave up on finding the truth. Don't fall for it. Don't shrink yourself. Don't ignore what you already know in your bones. Because if he can lie to your face and then make you feel guilty for catching on, he's not just cheating on your body. He's cheating on your trust, your faith, your peace of mind, and no amount of your overthinking it can cover up that kind of betrayal. ChatGPT said, when a man looks you in the eye and says, "She's just a friend," you better pause everything and pay attention, because those 6 little words have covered more lies, more cheating, and more betrayal than you could ever imagine. It sounds innocent, doesn't it? Harmless, as if he's simply explaining something you shouldn't even be worried about. But what he's really doing is laying down a defense before you even launched an attack. He's covering his tracks with casual language, trying to make you feel like the crazy one for even questioning him. You see, a man who's being honest doesn't need to throw up preemptive shields. He doesn't feel the need to justify or explain a relationship that's truly innocent. He includes you in that part of his life. You know her, you've seen her, you're comfortable. But when a man starts mentioning a woman you've never met and rushing to let you know she's just a friend, that's not honesty. That's strategy. That's him trying to manage your reaction because deep down he knows there's more to the story than he's telling. Let's not sugarcoat this. The phrase "she's just a friend" is usually the first clue in a trail of lies. You'll notice how he suddenly becomes protective of his phone. His energy shifts when he gets a message. He starts acting distracted, short-tempered, unavailable. He's giving you the crumbs while serving someone else the whole meal. And then, when you start to feel it, because trust me, women feel it before they see it, he gaslights you. He makes you feel wrong. He says you're insecure, jealous, always jumping to conclusions. But the truth is, he's giving you every reason to suspect something. Women are intuitive by nature. When you love someone, you notice patterns. You remember how they used to text, how they used to smile when they talked to you, how they used to show up, and now they don't. That's not imagination, that's observation. And when he tries to wave all that away with "she's just a friend," that's him hoping you'll stop asking questions. That's him hoping you'll be too afraid to lose him to stand up for your own sanity. He's betting on your silence, and let me say this, real men, men who love, protect, and respect you, they don't let you wonder. They don't let you hurt in silence. They don't make you feel like a stranger in your own relationship. They clear confusion. They don't create it. If she really was just a friend, you'd know her, you'd have met her, and there'd be no secrecy. He wouldn't have to defend the relationship because there would be nothing to defend. And it's not just about cheating in the physical sense. Sometimes the emotional betrayal hurts even more. When he shares his dreams, his frustrations, his intimate thoughts with another woman instead of you, that's crossing the line. That's investing emotional energy into someone who's not in the relationship. That's cheating too. And the words "she's just a friend" become the blanket he hides under when the truth gets too close. You deserve transparency. You deserve to feel safe in your relationship. You deserve to feel like you're enough, not like you're always competing with someone else for his attention. When a man is truly loyal, he makes that loyalty loud. He doesn't leave you guessing. He doesn't make excuses. He doesn't get defensive when you ask for clarity. And he certainly doesn't hide behind convenient phrases like "she's just a friend." So when you hear those words, don't just hear them. Feel them, watch what his actions say. Words can lie, actions don't. If his energy shifts, if his presence fades, if he stops being emotionally available, you don't need proof of a text or a late night call to know something's wrong. Your intuition is the evidence, your peace is the proof, and if a man truly values you, he'll never put you in a position to question where you stand, because no woman should have to compete with a friend for the attention, love, or respect she's already supposed to have. When a man looks you in the eye and says, "You don't trust me," you better pause. That's not a question. It's a setup. It's not him seeking clarity. It's him flipping the script. You see, there's something powerful about your intuition. That inner voice of yours, that gut feeling, that's God's whisper. And when something starts feeling off, when you start sensing that something isn't right, it usually isn't. But instead of answering your concern with love, with reassurance, with transparency, he hits you with guilt. He tries to make you feel like the bad one for even asking. That's not love. That's manipulation. A man who is faithful, a man who honors the relationship he's in, welcomes your concern because he wants your heart at peace. He listens when you speak. He doesn't need to make you feel crazy just so he can stay comfortable. But when a man starts turning every honest question into an accusation against you, when he starts acting like you're the problem, pay attention. That's not protection. That's projection. He's projecting the guilt he carries onto you. He knows he's hiding something, so he makes you question yourself instead of him. That's emotional warfare. That's what a man does when he's not strong enough to be honest. And the dangerous part is that this tactic works, especially on a woman who loves hard, because love gives the benefit of the doubt. Love says, maybe I am overreacting. Love says, I just don't want to lose him. So now you're the one apologizing. You're the one fixing what he broke. You're patching up cracks in a wall he's been chipping away at with lies. You're doing emotional labor for someone who's hiding behind a 6-word shield. You don't trust me, do you? Here's the truth. If a man has to keep reminding you to trust him, if he keeps bringing it up every time you get close to the truth, that's because the truth is uncomfortable. Trust is not built on words. It's built on behavior. If he says you should trust him, but his phone is always flipped over, his stories are always inconsistent, he's always tired, emotionally distant, or always irritated when you ask simple questions, then baby, what exactly are you supposed to be trusting? You don't trust words, you trust patterns, and if the patterns ain't lining up, don't let him gaslight you into silence. A faithful man stands tall in the truth. He answers questions with calm, not accusations. He wants to be understood, not to be feared. He doesn't use guilt as a tool. He uses communication as a bridge. But a man who's cheating knows exactly what to say to shut down the investigation before it begins. You don't trust me is the emotional equivalent of a fire alarm. It's loud, it's dramatic, and it's meant to distract you from the real flames. But here's the catch. He says that because it worked before. Because maybe the last time he said it, you backed down. Maybe the last time you stayed silent. Maybe the last time your love for him outweighed your love for your own peace. But let me tell you something. Peace is non-negotiable. Love is not supposed to come with confusion. When it starts costing you clarity, when it starts draining your energy, when you start waking up more anxious than adored, that's your signal. Don't ignore the way he changes when you bring things up. If the conversation turns into a courtroom and he acts like he's being interrogated every time you speak from the heart, that's not love, it's evasion. He's not protecting the relationship. He's protecting a lie. And no man lies that hard if there's nothing to hide. Let's stop pretending like these 6 words are innocent. They're not. They're a mask. They're a tactic. They're a delay button on the truth. And you deserve more than a man who uses guilt as a shield. You deserve the kind of love that doesn't make you second. Guess your worth every time you open your mouth. You deserve answers, not attitude. You deserve consistency, not confusion. And most of all, you deserve a man who proves himself by his actions, not one who hides behind 6 rehearsed words and a guilty conscience. ChatGPT said, "I was working late." Now listen, when a man keeps feeding you that line over and over again, you better start listening not to his words, but to his patterns. That phrase, that excuse, is one of the most overused covers in the history of relationships. And at first, it sounds innocent, it sounds responsible, even admirable. A man trying to provide, putting in the hours, grinding for the future. That's what they want you to believe. But when that line becomes a routine without proof, without effort, without follow through at home, it ain't just about working anymore. It's about hiding. Let's keep it all the way real. A man who's truly working late, a man who is all about his grind, still finds a way to communicate. A text, a call, a voice note, something, because when a man cares, he doesn't disappear. He might be tired, but he ain't too tired to check in with the woman he says he loves. So if those working late nights start to pile up, if the phone stays on silent, if he's unreachable for hours, and when he comes home, he's emotionally distant, physically cold, and mentally checked out, you're not being unreasonable. You're seeing the signs that he doesn't want you to see, and don't let him flip it on you either. Don't let him say, "I'm doing this for us." If it was truly for us, you'd feel included. You'd feel secure. You'd feel like you're a part of the vision, not just someone waiting at the window wondering where he is. A man in love doesn't make his woman guess. He doesn't make her wonder if she matters, and he sure doesn't treat time with her like an option. Now here's the slick part. That working late lie is built to buy him time. Time to do what he wants, where he wants, with who he wants. It's a schedule he can manipulate. He knows you can't walk into his job and check up on him. He knows it sounds noble, but nobility without consistency is just manipulation dressed in a suit and tie. If he really cared, he wouldn't leave you pacing the floor, checking the clock, overthinking your worth every single night. If he really cared, he wouldn't let silence grow between you two while claiming he's building a future. And what happens next? Guilt starts creeping in on you. You start questioning yourself. Am I being too needy? Maybe I should give him more space. Nah, stop right there. A real relationship doesn't require you to silence your instincts. Your gut knows when something ain't right. Your heart knows when it's being neglected. That's not neediness, that's awareness. That's emotional intelligence. That's you seeing the truth that he's trying to hide behind the clock. Because let's face it, love has a rhythm, and when that rhythm is off, you feel it. You don't need proof to sense the shift. When a man used to light up when he saw you, but now he walks in like he's tired of being seen, that's a shift. When he used to tell you everything, and now he tells you nothing, that's a shift. When working late used to be once in a while and now it's every damn night, that's not ambition, that's avoidance. You gotta stop making excuses for a man who doesn't show up for you. You gotta stop carrying a relationship on your back while he carries secrets in his phone. A man who wants to be kept won't make you beg for his presence. And a man who's being faithful won't let you fall asleep questioning his loyalty. Don't let the smooth lines and practiced lies fool you. I was working late might sound harmless, but when it becomes his lifestyle, not his exception, that's when you know. That's when the love turned into convenience. That's when you stop hoping he'll change and start realizing you deserve a man who doesn't hide his love behind office hours. Trust isn't about words, it's about behavior. It's about consistency, and when his actions stop matching his mouth, believe the actions every time. When a man looks you dead in your face and says, "You're overthinking it," I want you to stop right there and pay attention. That ain't just a sentence. That's a strategy. That's not love talking, baby. That's manipulation in disguise. That's him trying to take your God-given intuition, your inner alarm system, and silence it. You feel something is off. You see the change in how he texts, how he talks, how he touches you, or doesn't anymore, and instead of answering your concerns, he brushes them off with those 6 little words. You're overthinking it. No, you're not. You're not thinking too much. You're thinking clearly. That's your gut waving a red flag, and a man who loves you doesn't ask you to ignore it. See, a man who's got nothing to hide will want everything to be seen. He won't make you feel like a fool for being in tune with your own spirit. When a woman starts sensing something's wrong, when she sees patterns change and energy shift, when her instincts start ringing like sirens in her chest that ain't paranoia, that's protection. You have a 6th sense for a reason, and when a man hits you with your overthinking it, what he's really trying to do is shut you down before you dig too deep, before you find the truth he's scared to admit. That line is the oldest trick in the cheater's handbook. It's a defense mechanism. It's what they say when the story doesn't line up, but they're hoping to confuse you long enough to avoid the fallout. It's a stall tactic. They hope if they tell you you're crazy long enough, you'll start to believe it, that you'll doubt yourself instead of doubting them, because the moment you start second, guessing your own intuition, that's when they win. That's when they gain control over your peace, your clarity, your sense of truth. Let me tell you something. You don't need screenshots or phone logs or lipstick on the collar to know something ain't right. Sometimes it's in how he no longer asks how your day went, how he suddenly guards his phone like it's the nuclear codes, how his patience with you grows thin, but his schedule stays busy, how he gets defensive over small things that never used to bother him. It's not about catching him in the act. It's about recognizing when his heart has already left the building, and the moment you confront him, softly, gently, not even accusing, just curious, he jumps to those 6 words. You're overthinking it. Nah, you're not. You're paying attention. You're showing up for yourself. And the fact that he wants to shut that down instead of clear it up tells you everything you need to know. A real man, a grown man, will appreciate that you care enough to ask. He'll reassure you, not shame you. He won't be afraid of your emotions. He'll honor them. You see, cheating don't always start in the bedroom. Sometimes it starts in the silence. It starts in the little things they want you to overlook, the emotional pullback, the late replies, the guarded behavior. It starts in the words they use to make you question yourself. Your overthinking it is code for I hope you stop noticing. But here's what they don't understand. When a woman starts feeling dismissed, she doesn't stop thinking, she starts observing. And when she observes long enough, she sees the truth loud and clear. That line is not just dismissive, it's dangerous because it causes you to go to war with yourself. It teaches you to ignore your own voice. It makes you feel like the problem instead of recognizing the problem sitting across from you. When a man truly values you, he doesn't silence your sensitivity, he protects it. He doesn't ask you to doubt yourself, he shows up and makes sure you don't have to. And if he can't handle your questions, he's probably hiding answers. So the next time someone hits you with your overthinking it, don't shrink, don't backtrack. Stand firm in what you feel, because your gut is not lying to you. You were built with a radar for what's real. And if he ain't willing to give you the peace that comes with honesty, then it's time you stop listening to his words and start watching his actions. Because the truth always leaks, and when it does, you'll remember you weren't overthinking. You were right all along.